Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Does God exist?
Yes.
Where?
In heaven.
In heaven?
Yes.
Where's heaven? How many heavens do we have?
There are about 3 heavens.
3 heavens?
Yes.
Where is the first heaven?
The first heaven, you can call it, maybe it's like the cloud we see.
Yeah.
You can call it the first heaven.
Okay.
Then
And God is not there, right?
no, God is not there.
It's not there. Second heaven?
Then the second heaven is where we have maybe the galaxies and
The galaxies and everything. And God still is not there.
no.
So people can do whatever they like in the first heaven and the second heaven.
Okay.
Third heaven, so God is there.
Yes.
When you go to third heaven, you don't have to sin, right?
That's where God lives.
Huh?
That's where God lives.
That's God lives.
Yes.
So you are free on first heaven and second heaven
You mean free to approach
to do whatever you like.
Yeah, I can say so. I can
Okay.
say,
Yeah. So this third heaven, where is this third heaven?
Like I said, the cloud we see,
How did you know about this third heaven? Who told you about the third heaven?
I need from the scripture. The
From
Bible.
scripture?
Yes.
Or by just reading?
The Bible.
And then you believe, by just reading the Bible, and you believe that?
Yes.
You believe that there's a heaven,
Yes.
third heaven?
Yes.
And that's where God resides?
Yes.
Okay. This God that you're talking about, where does he come from?
Where you come from?
Yeah. Which place?
Now, naturally, when a person is the landlord, without asking where he's coming from, he is the owner.
He's the owner of the land.
Where he is the landlord. So
But he
God
was born there, right?
God is the CEO of the world, so he can't say where.
Okay.
Yeah.
But does he have parents?
No,
No. So if he does not have parents, where did he come from?
he creates parents.
He created himself also.
Yeah, he was not created.
I'm sorry,
is
did he
God.
create himself?
No, nothing will exist without him. He was not created at all.
But all the things that we see, they come from somewhere.
Then good.
So where did he just come from somewhere?
He created what? Sometimes he
I'm
created.
talking about him coming from somewhere. Where did he created himself, or he came from somewhere, or somebody created him?
Now you see, he is God.
How many gods do we have?
Now he is God, and there are other gods.
Other gods.
Yes.
And these other gods they created themselves.
Sometimes human beings can make something and say this is their God, but that
Okay.
does not mean it's God.
Okay.
Yes.
So God controls everything.
You cannot say God controls everything, because there are things he have committed it to human being to control.
Okay.
So you cannot say he controls everything. After
Yeah, but why is God hiding himself? The God that you're talking about.
no,
Why is hiding himself? Why can't he just open the heavens so that we can see him? Why can't we see God?
he
How do you believe in something that you do not see?
no, you cannot say.
I'm sure you're believing in something that you have never seen before, and you've just read about that, and you come to me and tell me that you believe.
No, now
What do you mean by saying you believe?
I believe because I know he exists.
Okay.
And now-
Oh, it's just a belief.
The wise man.
You are not sure. Right? Are you sure or you're not sure?
I am sure.
How can you be sure about something that you haven't seen?
No, I may not have seen him, but I have proofs.
Okay.
The wise man said, only a fool can doubt proof.
Yeah.
So he have proved his existence, so he cannot doubt it.
Yeah, but that is man who wrote that. You're talking about what man has written. Everything that you're talking about is been written
By somebody.
by somebody, and in the language of man.
Now,
Was the Bible written in the language of angels, written in the language of God?
Now, look at this. It's one thing to
I'm
write.
asking you a question.
Yes.
Was the Bible written in the language of God?
What do you call language of God?
I'm saying when you read it, was it the language? You've got language of dogs, animals, the language of animals, the language of man, the language of angels, the language of God. Was it written in the language of God, or the language of man, or the language of angels, or of animals?
You should be able to break it down for me to know which one is language of man and language of animals. What do you mean?
I'm talking about the Bible that you read.
No, because it's written in English language for instance.
No, not only in English.
Now you talked about language of dogs or animals. So I want to understand on which angle are you talking about?
I'm saying the language of God. Doesn't God have a language?
If I speak the God's language now, you will not understand it.
Me?
Yes.
You speak it, let me hear if I cannot understand.
Now, in the scripture, of course, he's speaking in tongues. So if I speak
Speaking
language
in
of
tongue-
yes,
in tongues.
I communicate with God that way.
In tongues.
And if
And
I
you know what you're saying when you communicate with him.
of course,
The tongues.
I know what
There are non tongues.
there are.
There are non tongue.
There are
The,
tongues.
way, the tongues of men, tongues of angels, and tongues, they are non tongue. You're
Yes.
talking about the unknown tongue.
Yes, there are tongues.
That's why I'm saying
Yes.
the language of men or angels or the language of God. Because there are tongues of men,
Yeah.
there are tongues of angels,
Yes.
there are unknown tongue. So you said when you speak in the unknown tongue, I will not understand you.
Because
But you will understand yourself, right?
I'm the one speaking it, and I know what I'm speaking.
You know what you're
I'm the one I'm
speaking.
speaking to. You
Okay.
understand?
Okay, when you speak in tongues, why should you speak in tongues when you know what you're saying? Why can't you speak in English or in your language to God? Because you know.
When I
what-
speak in tongues,
Yeah.
I'm not speaking to you. I am speaking to him. I
Yeah,
know
but
what
you
I'm-
said you understand what you're saying.
Yes, I know what I'm saying.
You know what you're saying.
When I'm speaking in tongues,
How do you know?
how do I know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
For example, now, if I want to ask God for this call,
yeah.
and I don't want people around me to know what I'm saying, I can just say, "Ah, God understood what I said."
Okay. So
Because I was not speaking to human being, you can't understand it.
Yeah.
But I said, and he that I spoke to understood what I said,
yeah.
and he replies me.
So when he speaks to you, he's gonna speak to you in tongues? Or
That's-
does God speak to you in tongues?
That's another version because he
You see, when you say
okay,
tongues,
the way he speaks to me, sometimes he speaks to me his voice, sometimes he speaks to me by giving me visions and I see things. So that's how he speaks to me.
okay. Does the devil speak to you?
Devil, I have no relationship with God, so
I'm saying, does the devil speak to you?
he doesn't not speak to me because I does not serve him. No.
Huh?
You know,
The devil does not speak.
no.
You believe in the devil.
There is devil.
You believe.
Yes, I believe.
And you believe that he speaks or he's dumb.
No, he speaks.